Well, Uber's IPO has been highly anticipated. Paperwork is expected to be released as early as today. And here with more is BNN Bloomberg's John Ehrlichman. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Priyat.
So what can we expect from Uber's IPO?
Well, let me throw a business idea your way.
Okay.
Say 9 years ago I came to you and said, listen, we're going to start a business that's like a taxi on your phone. Now, it's not going to make money for a little while. In fact, we might get 9 years in and we might still be losing $200,000 a day. Would you be an interested investor? People would probably laugh me off the streets.
Yes, they probably would.
That is the story of Uber. What an incredible growth story around the world. There's more than 3 million Uber drivers. You see them everywhere, but they've lost a lot of money. They lost less money last year, and they still lost $1.8 billion because basically they're not making a lot of money on each transaction every time you get in one of those Uber vehicles. But there's been so much excitement about this future of how the technology is changing the world of driving that there's been a lot of interest, so much so they might end up being valued at $100 billion when all is said and done, when we learn a little bit more through this IPO.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you talked about sort of their story about how much money they're losing, and Lyft sort of has a similar story, and they recently had their IPO.
That's right. So Lyft is a great example. They lost actually close to $1 billion last year, but they've still grown dramatically, and so people were really interested, and they had a high-profile IPO, but the stock has been down since they went public. So now we're seeing Uber see that and say, maybe we shouldn't be as greedy. They're still going to raise something like $10 billion, but they're trying to fine-tune it because the last thing a big technology company wants is to have a big, splashy IPO and then for their stocks to sink. And right now, they're these unicorn-type companies. Uber is one, Lyft is another. Pinterest is another, these big Silicon Valley names that have billion-dollar valuations, and they're all coming to the public market at the same time. There's only so much investor appetite for these big deals, so they're all trying to balance that.
Right, and you almost want to set the bar low and then exceed expectations, right?
Yes,
That's kind of the way to go.
They've started calling the unicorns undercorns so that they can make investors happy.
Undercorns. Okay, well, you'll be following the undercorns today at BNN Bloomberg. So for more on that story, you can check that out.